Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the September reading for Sagittarius for 2021. So I've already pulled the tea leaf cards and your emotional energy and a couple of these new little fun cards. So we're going to get right into this, okay? So you have been in a bit of a financial pinch. But Spirit wants you to know that slowly but surely you are getting ahead, and that there's even news on the way, and possibly even a meeting with a stranger is going to be really important to you. There's going to be some kind of opportunity or windfall that comes your way. So Spirit says for you to persevere, that you're going to overcome these problems. Don't worry about it so much. And also a little word of caution. You have possibly a secret admirer in your midst. And there's either been some discord in your family or with close friends, or there's going to be. And some type of temptation is going to test you, okay? Now, we're also getting the card of great passion, but that can mean like anger, right? Somebody could be angry. Passion doesn't always have to be like a romantic thing, right? So there's great passion in this relationship. And there's great worry over really not much of nothing. You've got plenty of material things, and Spirit is saying not to worry so much. Now, in the month of April, it's showing great happiness coming in for you. And you also have the marriage card. So I'm feeling like for most of you that discord within the family is maybe something to do with your marriage. But Spirit wants you to know that your potential is virtually endless. And I think that goes for your potential within your relationships and within your destiny, your spiritual path, what you're meant to do in life, you know. Also, I think Spirit is cautioning for you to try to be light as a feather when it comes to some particular situation that you're going to find yourself in, and to think before you cast judgment. So be aware of that. Now, in your overall emotional energy, Spirit is saying that you have the instincts of the wolf. There's been some kind of breach that has happened. There are new beginnings coming, a new dawn. The rain is coming to wash that away and purify it. The earth and all of her inhabitants are going to be very nurturing and important to you, which I think they probably already were anyway, but maybe more so now. There's going to be like an emphasis on that. And there are going to be reasons for you to want to dance and celebrate. Okay? So now we'll get into the tarot, and we'll see what you can expect for the first 2 weeks of September. Whoa. All right, let's see what's happening here. Okay, so right off the bat, you have insight that's coming to you through meditation. And I feel like that couples with your instincts of the wolf right now. You're really tapping into your intuition and trusting your instincts and your intuition right now. Then you also have the Lover's card, which is about intimate friendships. It can also be about past life loves, soulmates, making choices that come from your heart. But, you know, aside from relationship stuff, this card is also a card of having vibrant health again and recovery from a type of an illness. And I feel like for some of you, that may be the case. And maybe even that illness, I feel, is connected to stress. And then you got the High Priestess, who recommends that you turn inward and discover your soul's true desire and to meditate. So you have two cards of meditation and contemplation that are happening for you. And that this is not a time to take action either, but to develop your intuitive gifts and to trust that wisdom that you're receiving. Okay? And there will be a time to celebrate coming to you. So make sure that you're sending your gratitude to the divine and the angels for the peace and the prosperity that will be coming to you. And you cannot possibly have those things come to you unless you've already got the expectation and the knowing for it, right? So you can't doubt that that prosperity is going to come to you and that abundance. You have to trust that it will. And go ahead and give your gratitude to the divine for what you are about to receive as if you've already received it. Okay? And then again, you've got another card of trusting your intuition and really becoming highly psychic. You know, your psychic abilities are really becoming heightened and sensitive now. And you're being very open-hearted. And maybe even, you know, new starts, new emotions, new emotional experiences. You're inexperienced in some area of your life that you're venturing into. This can be a lot of new beginnings, okay? In this deck, that would be like the Page of Cups. So then next we have the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wind, which is really about unfounded fears and expecting the worst. And again, that goes back to your card of celebrating your abundance and your prosperity that's coming to you. You can't be worrying over it and putting that thought energy into it and expect to really have anything great come to you. So you have to go ahead and already think as if you have it, right? And give your gratitude to the divine and already be counting your blessings, okay? So yeah, get rid of that worry and don't allow it to blow out of proportion and get you caught up in it, have you not being able to sleep well at night and stuff like that, you know. Refocus your thoughts. And then we've got the Queen of Swords. And I like to say that the Queen of Swords is someone who's so for sure of her position that, you know, she'll cut you out, right? Like she'll cut you out of your life, out of her life if necessary. Judgment. This card is about judgment and being judgmental. Excuse me. And also being very humorous. This lady is a woman of great humor and of great experience. She's brilliant. And so maybe you can even see the humor in difficult situations, right? This is also a lady who maybe isn't married at all, or is divorced, or deciding on divorce. So maybe that applies for some of you. Not all of you, of course. It is a general reading. For others, this is a person, and I keep saying lady, but just it because it's a lady on the card, right? I mean, that's the energy that's represented here, is the feminine standing in her power, her full power. But for some of you, this is a card to represent that you are really focusing on your career now, okay? And then you have the Empress. I mean, you've got the High Priestess and the Empress in this spread. Actually, you've got 3 major arcana cards. But yeah, the High Priestess and the Empress now. And so after you've stood in the position of not letting any bullshit get past you anymore, not letting anyone cross those lines or those boundaries that you've set for yourself, for your highest good, for your highest joy, then you get into this Empress power of now it's time to take action, right? So sometime around, like, say, the second week coming up of September is going to be when you really start to give birth to your dreams, and your creative projects are going to become very successful. And that's when the abundance comes in. That's when the prosperity happens, because now you're taking action toward your goals. And maybe even some of you are studying to become better at whatever your creative projects or your dreams are, or your career that you're focused on. Perhaps some of you have studied on this some, or went back to school, or something to that nature, something that will bring you more independence and more joy. And honestly, this card can also be a card of being a little bit mischievous. So yeah, that might actually apply to some of you. Then on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Nine of Wands, which is all about protecting what you've created and really being prepared and being vigilant, trusting the divine and asking the divine and your angels for guidance as you go forth. Yeah. And then you've got the Sun card, which is a time of great joy and success. You know, brilliant epiphanies that lead to really magical opportunities. So again, I just want to remind you to remember to do your gratitudes, say your gratitudes for everything that's coming your way. Because yeah, you've got the Queen of Pentacles next. And that's really, really good energy for where you're headed here. And it looks like to me, you may have in the past and a little bit in the present facing some challenging times with someone or a few people. And money, you know, money's been an issue for, I think, a lot of you. And so just keep your hope, keep your faith that things are looking up, and keep creating and how do I want to say this? I want you to continue to be an inventor of things, right? Not only is that going to help you financially in your future, but I think it's going to give you great therapy as well, mental clarity, peace in your mind, you know, those kind of things. So really let your creative juices flow and start inventing things or creating things. So the card that I've pulled is the card of intentions. And this is about you making up your mind that, like, you know, today is a new day. It's a fresh start. No matter what yesterday looked like, I can make today whatever I want. You know, really having positive thoughts and then focusing your intentions on what, like what outcome you want for the day. And maybe even like get a piece of paper and write down your intention and tape it to the fridge or the coffee pot or whatever you might see, you know, the most often through the day or while you're at home. And that way you'll be able to like remember what your intentions are for the day when you walk out the door for the day and even when you come back, you know. Excuse me, I have a tickle. Then you've got the morning rituals card. So with this card, it's suggesting that in the mornings you take the time to like tune yourself in, tune into yourself, like set high vibrational rituals that will help you lead a good day. Pay attention to your morning habits that don't really serve you and change them up, you know. Goodness. And maybe some of you are having issues with your throat chakra or something, because my throat is really tickling all of a sudden. I'm going to take a sip of tea. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the 111 cards for spiritual guidance and advice, and then we'll do the runestone. Remember that you are a creator. Use your intuition. Come back to nature. See, Mother Earth is going to be very healing and beneficial to you. Pay attention to the magic that is all around you and trust it. Oh, I had one flip up. Okay, so I think this pertains to all of you that are having the marriage issues. This says for you to remember that sometimes soulmates are not always the fairy tale, but the lesson. Open your crown chakra. Clear your crown chakra. Connect to the divine through your crown chakra. Trust the universe and source. Remember that you do deserve love, but also to give self-love first this time. Resolve to deprogram from something. And to remember that we are all free, so choose wisely. Choose wisely. And move forward. Choose wisely. You are free to do that. And move forward. And trust. Trust that the universe and source, the divine, are there for you, leading you. Allow your magic to amaze you. You are only as limited as you believe that you are, And you are your judgment day. You are. No one else. Only you. Okay? And we're also our own worst enemy when it comes to judging. We always judge ourselves much more scrupulous. I want to say scrupulous. Is that a word? Much more harshly we judge ourselves than we do anyone else. All right, let's pull a room. Okay, you got the rune that looks like a fish. I don't know if you can see that with this glare. This is the rune of separation. Separation, retreat, and inheritance. This is a time of separating paths. Old skins must be shed, outmoded relationships discarded. When we receive this rune, a peeling away is called for. Part of the cycle of initiation, Othila is a rune of radical severance. The appropriate action here is submission and quite possibly retreat. Knowing how and when to retreat and possessing the firmness of will to carry it out. Real property is associated with Othila, for it is the rune of acquisition and benefit. However, the benefits you receive, the inheritance, may be derived from something you must give up. This can be particularly demanding when what you are called upon to abandon is some aspect of your own behavior, a part of your cultural inheritance, if you will. For then you must look closely at what until now you have proudly claimed as your birthright. Whether it is your attachment to your position in society, or to the work that you do, or even to your beliefs about your own nature, the separation called for will free you to become more truly who you are. So keep that in mind. Okay, and since this came out on its side, I'm going to go ahead and read the reverse because I feel like this may pertain to some of you. The reversed meaning of this rune of separation is that this is not a time to be bound by old conditioning or old authority. Consider not only what will benefit you, but will benefit others, and act accordingly to the light you possess now in your life. Because you may be called upon to understand a radical departure from old ways, total honesty is required. Otherwise, through negligence or refusal to see clearly, you may cause pain to others and damage to yourself. Adaptability and skillful means are the methods to cultivate at this time. And still you must wait for the universe to act. Receiving this rune, remember, we do without doing, and everything gets done. So again, that goes back to trusting the universe. And I do feel like for some of you that reverse was meant for you in particular. And, you know, if you would like to leave a comment and let me know who this was meant for and how things are going and you need somebody to talk to, I'd be glad to comment back to you and maybe help you work through some stuff if you need it. Please like the videos so that we can circulate them and get them out to more people. And if you're not already a subscriber, I would appreciate very much if you subscribed and hit the notification bell. For all of you that are subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate you dearly. Please check out all the links below. We have lots of great, exciting things going on. And oh my goodness, Friday Night Tarot Live is so freaking fun, guys. So think about joining that, because seriously, it's a lot of fun. We spend like an hour and a half to 3 hours in tarot, and there's only 4 of us. So, we have a blast in there if you want to go check that out. And check out the other links. Check out our other shows we've got going on. We got lots of new things coming up soon. All in the stuff below the video. All right. Thank you very much for visiting my channel again. And I will see you back for the mid-month check-ins. Much love. Bless you.